Hey everyone, ever wondered where photos, videos, and backups are stored so you can access them anytime, anywhere? That's the power of AWS S3. Secure, scalable, cloud storage used companies worldwide. Stay till the end. By the end of this video, you will learn how S3 works and how to store your data in the cloud. Let's dive in. Before going to start, please give a like to this video and share the video with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Amazon S3. Store and retrieve any amount of data from anywhere. The Amazon S3 service will give you that if you want to store any kind of data, it can be stored on the S3. If you clearly see here, we can create two types of buckets. Bucket is nothing but like a container. Here we can create two types of buckets. One is general purpose buckets and the another one is directory buckets. Already there is a two existing buckets available in this AWS. So I will show you exact the things how we can create a bucket and how can we store the objects in the bucket. This is a regional service. So the region that was selected was Asia Pacific, AP South 1. And the bucket type that was chosen and I was creating general purpose. And the bucket name. One of the important thing we need to consider when we are creating any S3 bucket. The buckets that we are creating in the S3 it should be globally unique. So I am giving a name like test bucket Tarun valireddy. Once we give the bucket name, it asks you for the block public access for this bucket. If you check this option, the public access for this bucket will be blocked. By default, the bucket will be private, so I am leaving this. And the another thing was versioning. Bucket versioning. If you enable the bucket versioning, then if any important data was deleted, we can retrieve from the previous version. So I am enabling this bucket versioning. I will show you exactly how bucket versioning works if a new file was uploaded to the bucket. And the encryption, we are choosing default encryption, that was server-side encryption with the Amazon S3. And the bucket key, that was also enabled. In the advanced setting, there is only one thing, that was object lock. If you want to keep your objects for a particular time, then no one will be deleted those objects until the particular time that we are attached to that. So that will be enabled by the object lock. This means we can keep the objects for a particular time, then no one can be deleted the bucket or the objects. For now, I am not enabling the object lock. Click on create bucket. The bucket will be created. Once the bucket was created, then I will show you the all things what we can do. The bucket, the container that we are created. In this container, we need to upload the files that we are called as objects. As of now, there are no objects. Now, let me upload a few files. I'm uploading a index.html and styles.css file. And we click on upload, the files will be uploaded. Now, two objects are available, that are index.html and styles.css files. If you want to upload more files, then we can upload through the upload. whether it is a file or a folder, we can upload here. In the properties, in the property section, we can check the bucket versioning is enabled or not. If you want to give more security, then we can enable the MFA, multi-factor authentication. So if you want to delete any objects that need MFA before deleting the objects. And the we mostly used was static website hosting. By using the S3, we can host a static website that is enabled by the static website hosting. If we click on edit and enable the static website hosting, it will ask for the hosting type. We should host a application like static website, or if you want to rewrite the request to any object or any domain, we can do it from here. But as of this demo, I am going to host a static website. We need to provide the root document like index file, and in our documents was index.html. If you want to provide any error.html, then we can provide the error document also. We click on save changes. Now the static website was hosted successfully. If you scroll down, and we will get a website endpoint to access the static website. If we check here, we will get a 403 forbidden error. Why? Because we are actually enabled the static websiting, but we didn't allow the public access to this bucket. That's why we are getting 403 forbidden error. To resolve this error, we need to go to the permissions and allow the bucket access. Once we allow the all public access, asking for the confirm. Even if we allowed the public access, the bucket still showing the 403 error. Why? Because even if we allowed the public access, and the bucket policy should be also allowed, then only we can access the objects from the bucket. Until we can't access the objects in the bucket. So these two things are important to access the bucket information. If I click on edit, add a new statement. Here we need to mention the principal who can access the bucket. If we want to give any specific service or the IAM user, we can specify. But as of now, I am giving the full access. As of now, I am giving full access. That means even unauthorized users also should be accessible. Now the effort was allow. Need to provide the action. That was S3. Provide the action S3 and everything. And the resource, we need to provide the bucket ARN. The bucket ARN was given. Now we need to give the /start. Then only the bucket information or the objects will be accessed by the public. We click on save changes. Now the bucket policy was updated. If we check the app, we can see we're able to get the response static website. This is how we can actually host a static website using the S3. Now I will show you how the versioning will work. If we click on buckets, select the bucket that we have created. If we check the versioning for this particular index.html, if we click on versions, for now there is only one version is available for this HTML file. Now let's make changes to this file. I am making changes to the index.html file. Like I am removing, or we can add a name like Tarun Reddy. Subscribe. Now this file was saved. If you again go back to the bucket and upload the file, click on upload, the file will be uploaded. And if we select the object, check the versions, there will be two versions available and the current version was picked by the S3 bucket. If we refresh the website, we can see the modification that we are index.html file. This is how the bucket versioning will work. Even if the current file deleted, we can retrieve the information by using the previous version. We can change the storage classes. The use of the storage classes is like how frequently we access the objects in the S3 bucket. This actually depends on the uses of the S3 objects. If you want to access the object more frequently, then we can choose the any other storage class like intelligent tiering or standard IA. If we don't want to access the objects more frequently, then we can choose the cheaper version in the storage class. It actually costs you based on the storage class that we are selecting, and the standard version is about more than 3 available designs. There is no minimum duration for the accessing of the files. This is about the storage class. I hope you understand about the AWS S3. If you found this video helpful, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.